For your 40th of your favorite beverage.
Microphone.
Go ahead and see.
Microphone.
So this is his favorite drink for his 40th birthday. I brewed it up special myself to the 98.6 degrees. You're gonna love it. It's your favorite. You're welcome.
Don't try.
It's homemade, organic.
Who wants to toast?
Please.
Yeah, press that.
Formula, I can tell.
That's the real stuff.
So fun.
Okay, so I was really stressing out about this roast because I couldn't figure out at all what I was going to say. And then, as if sent by God, the other morning I woke up to this.
What happened?
Josh has got to be on crack because he cannot stop doing shit. And I wish my husband would get some of that because he doesn't do shit. That was his joke.
I wrote that joke.
He wrote it. But Josh,
It's not my roast.
he's always got to be doing something. And when he runs out of stuff to do, he does this. So, hey Michelle, when you moved in, did you think he was on crack?
Good question. We did suspect drugs were involved when we moved in and first met him, but not crack. So when we moved in, Josh had his trademark hoop earrings, bleached hair, clear Oakleys, and a pink Bronco. So we actually thought there was some gender reassignment drugs being used. That, or he was dealing with one fucked up midlife crisis. Soon, though, we came to realize it was all part of Josh's unique and lovable personality.
So back to speaking about the Jeep and cars. What about how many fucking cars does he have?
It's a recurring theme. I'm
Michelle,
surprised
do you have a
none of
favorite?
I like the pink Bronco. What about you?
Well, I'd like to say the orange Bronco.
It was pretty cool.
Actually, I think the blue Bronco is my favorite.
Now that I think about it, it's probably the green Excursion.
Actually, the white Mazda.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the silver Lexus. Jocelyn looked real hot in it.
Actually, that reminds me of the blue Falcon. I think that's got to be my favorite.
Maybe the red Chevelle is my favorite. Oh, what about that fucked up short yellow bus?
The one that looked like Mater and it looked so nice parked in the front yard for so long. That one? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it's a green Explorer. That one's my favorite.
That's the new yard argument.
So,
This is awesome. I'm his neighbor. This is awesome. I love you guys.
we could have had so many people up here talking about the parking lot on Strahan.
Where's Eric? I still have
And
my
the
car
art.
in the driveway with
This
Eric.
isn't over yet.
Hey,
Keep going.
Okay.
There's more. There's more.
What? Okay.
He's just excited for what he
So to settle this,
contributed.
we're gonna do this. I'm gonna say the red truck is my favorite. Lifted in the front. So I digress. Okay. So kind of like Josh when he gets sidetracked on all of his projects. I just want to say that I'm really glad we're doing this now because, as we all know, in about 45 minutes, he'll be passed out in the bathroom in a puddle of puke, kind of like he was at my 40th birthday party.
That's true. Josh is the only person I know to be 86th from a place at the early hour of 2 in the afternoon. Remembering our duties, Josh? Actually, by the amount of puke that was spewed in the gutter, you probably don't remember our duties.
Aaron drove me home.
I also cleaned up the driveway.
I remember puking. That's all that I remember.
that for you.
Yes,
I
that's
love
it.
you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sister-in-law, big clean that shit up. I did.
So even though he despises my cleaning lady because she speeds, Josh is one of all of us. Do you want to talk about that?
No, I don't.
Josh is one of Josh is the one all of us wives know for a fact that we can depend on to save the day.
Yes.
So he's definitely saved the day for me. He literally carried me out of a window when my toddler locked me in a bedroom and I had broken toes and could not get out of the window myself. So he has literally saved the day and carried me out like a damsel in distress. So thank you, Josh. You're the best neighbor a girl could ask for.
Definitely. And I'm sure most moms can agree that when someone cares about your kid, they are gold. So I know, I'm reading, us moms know that Josh cares about all 500 of them on our street. Josh, you are golden. We love you.
Are you getting the picture?
I have to say that Gina and Michelle were by far the most nervous people in the whole world trying to do this for Josh.
It was awesome.
So I would like to, Gina, Michelle, thank you. And Gina, you picked on my man Jason. I don't like that. Oh, that Gina, she loves me so much. My wife tells me all the time, Gina and you have such a unique relationship. By the way, Gina, looking forward to that wind-up turkey on my doorstep again. Oh, hey, Gina, remember that weird, funky shit that showed up on your doorstep? Remember that thing? I believe there was an eyeball of some sort, a heart of some sort. I think a lava lamp? Was it a lava lamp?
Got that too?
Funny thing is, that all she did was blame Josh about that. Think again. It was me. But the funniest thing about all of this is I didn't complete it. I did not complete this. Just so you know, and you are fully aware of, it was me. And the last thing I was going to put on there was some old rap CDs. And then I thought about it one more time. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put it on the doorstep because, you know, it would be me. The suspense and the frustration and how pissed off she was. She had no idea who the hell did it. Made it even better that I didn't complete this.
Crazy man.
They're like, what is Josh doing?
Did you know that actually when you go to court, that you're putting yourself in the people's hands that couldn't get out of jury duty? Figure that one out. Josh's path to the present has been 40 years long. I use that term very lightly, as long and Josh should never appear in the same sentence. Let's see what else I got here. I lost it. Sorry, guys. In the present stage of all this madness, our final roaster of the evening has a close hands-on relationship with our roastee. I have seen these hands in all kinds of upward and downward motions. I've seen them being very personable and putting their hands in these places that I know if I did the same thing, I would be dick slapped, I would be shamed, or I would be horse tranquilized. Does everybody know who I'm talking about? Anybody? Well, it's not Jocelyn if that's what you guys thought it was going to be. But it's actually Mr. PDA himself, Jonathan Gage.
Oh, shit. Alright, I get to play cleanup here.
Finish him off.
Oh, too many times. All right. Well, we've had a lot of great roasters so far. I wanted to thank the ladies also for coming and bringing some insights that only some cougars could know. So, speaking of cougars, Josh is now turning the big 4-0. This actually makes him a rhino, which is like the male version of a cougar, which actually kind of fits because he has thick black skin and is obviously horny. Right? Yeah, and again, I know Kevin said this, but what a great party. What a great turnout. Thank you guys all for coming here. Let's thank Jocelyn for putting on this party. Give her a round of applause. Jocelyn, we all appreciate everything you've done here. Of course, I'm talking about taking Josh in, having sex with him, and, I'm assuming a lot. And, maybe every few years actually enjoying it. So. All right, let's see. Where are all the Stonehammers at? Stonehammers? It's like a Josh's second family right here, One thing we do well is actually throw parties. And Josh is right in the middle of all of them. He may be passed out on the sidewalk, but he's right there in the middle. These get-togethers have actually brought us closer, introduced us to new friends, and makes for some memorable nights. There are actually too many to count, really, but one actually that's been mentioned a few times tonight is Gina's big 40th birthday bash that we had about 15 years ago. Oh! And there was plenty more since then.
You didn't read that part last night, Tony.
Should have fucking Mr. Stover.
Yes, sir.
Joshua.
Yes.
Josh.
Yes.
Tits. Tito. Shenanigans indeed, my friend. Shenanigans indeed. I don't think anything I'm going to say here tonight is actually going to shock anybody in this room, except for maybe the wait staff. Sorry, guys. Josh has always been friendly. He was one of the first ones to come meet me in the neighborhood. Came up to me and was like, "Hey, you seem pretty cool. Let's be friends." Which was actually quickly followed by, "In case it gets there, nothing around the face, please. Nothing around the face." Josh has always been actually one of the most social people I know also. He's like a fucking social chameleon. He just actually kind of gets in where he fits in, which is lucky for the rest of us. That's only Jocelyn's holes. But usually at these kind of events and things, I would say alcohol's involved, right? And music, and a costume, inflatable or otherwise, and a camera phone, and a dare. Possibly a photo booth, and a very large teddy bear. If you don't believe me, the evidence is actually out there on social media. The legend of Josh Stover will actually live forever. It's on the internet. It does not go away. So Letty always said Josh was an honorary Mexican, even though we really didn't know what he was until tonight. So thank you, Kevin, for sharing that information. It does make sense, actually, that Josh is part black. This does explain his fascination with the BBC. And of course, we're not talking about the news channel. Although, he may actually be part Brit, because he's got the swagger of Austin Powers. His teeth are kind of janky. And he does love steaming hot tea bags. Good for the sore throat. I couldn't get up here, and I think everybody's mentioned, I couldn't get up here without talking about Josh's ridiculous obsession with cars, right? I thought it was just Broncos at first, that one Bronco, that one you're working on, that one that you got a little training on. It's got 4 wheels. You're almost done with it. You got to put some seats in there.
Like last 2 years.
You maybe look a little pain. It's gonna roll. It's gonna drive. It's gonna start here pretty soon. Okay. All right, killed it. But. It's actually much more than that. Josh doesn't discriminate when it comes to cars. Also, Black Josh matters. I think he likes a variety. Orderly Holmes. He's got to put some switches on that Falcon. I actually wouldn't be surprised if one day Jocelyn comes home from work and Josh is stuck in the tailpipe of his Falcon. I could just see it now. Jocelyn, "Oh my God, Josh, what the hell are you thinking?" And Josh over here, "I took the top off and the tailpipe was so hot." But you know what? Seriously, Josh has actually always been a great social organizer. Whether it's game nights with Cards Against Humanities, the Fisty Awards, adult baby shower, which got a little raunchy, guys' night outs, Casino Royale, sad hand jobs, and those late night jack runs. Josh is also actually like a wannabe kind of our neighborhood narc at Stoneham. He does like handling his gun in public. He's the captain of our neighborhood watch, and he'll text you to slow the fuck down. He's also the head of our street's animal control. He'll get up in your face for a bunch of fucking dog running around. And of course, he's the hall monitor. You get the hall monitor. Okay, so I actually need some help for this last one because I got a little confused. So I want to see who is the first person who can kind of answer some of these questions here. All right, I'm still left with some questions. Who was that man in the assless chaps?
Josh Shower.
Who is that man posing in the mankini?
Josh Shower.
Who the hell was that riding the scooter down the street in the bunny costume?
Josh Shower.
Who was it that was so obsessed with Milky boobs he had a cast mold made of Joss's pregnant rack and hung it in the bathroom right next to his Costco-sized bottle of Jerkins lotion? Who actually owns more Bronco parts than a salvage yard and an AutoZone put together? Whose penis was underneath all that bacon? Dude, I don't think that's the way to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bertrand. I kind of feel sad for the bacon. What happened to that bacon anyways?
We cooked it and served it for brunch.
It did have a hair in it. He's actually making the new meaning to the term making bacon. So, you know what, and probably one of the most disturbing things of all, and something that really wasn't mentioned, who is in charge of touching the mind?
Recut off.
Drop a little bit.
What?
We're broadcasting to the whole audience.
Almost done. Go ahead.
Everybody in the restaurant knows what Josh.
Okay, but probably the most disturbing thing of all here, who is in charge of touching the minds of a classroom full of impressionable 5th grade kids? Seriously. No, but seriously, Josh, I'm glad to call you my friend. You've always been willing to help a brother out. You're also so handy with the tools. I'm not talking about just the one in your pants here. You're one of the best people I know. You love your family, you love your friends, you love your work, and you love life. Unfiltered, uncensored. I love you, man.
Still working.
I got hot for you.